Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. Y'all, pardon me for being slightly late, okay? Pardon me for being slightly late. I know I said it for 9, but I was trying to set up some things on my computer where I had to do a couple updates on here as well. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for bearing with me. I see you, Rose Armstead, in the building. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Thank y'all all for being here. I see Rose is in the building. Mary Giles is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Lamar McDaniel, Delicia Dismute. Good morning. Good morning, Erica Rogers, Gail West, Ronnie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, give me a second. Uh-oh. All right. I'm live. I'm live. Let's get into it. Let's finish speaking. Wanda Coxshell, good morning. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Wanda Coxshell. Good morning, Living with Purpose. Ty Driver, good morning. Good morning, Angela Caldwell. Again, good morning, everyone coming in. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Felicia, good morning. Truth to You Podcast. My other mod is in the building. Thanks for being here. Let me scroll back up. Okay. Joyce McLean, hello. Cheryl Williams, Big Steak is in the building. Good morning. Kim Jones, good morning. Lies More Lies, Purple Unicorn, thanks for being here, love. Thanks for being here. Reba 0616 is here. Good morning. Tanya Harris is here. Brown Eyes is in the building. Let's get into our show because we have one. All right. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right. Some of you guys got kids that are back in school today. My son is in school today. Yeah. Say yes for Car Chronicles. Yes, honey, we are back. We're back. I missed y'all a little bit. Y'all know I've been on vacation for like 3 weeks straight. So I've been trying to tap in with you guys, trying to keep up with you guys and what's going on in the YouTube streets and everywhere else. So this morning we have our regular show. We're going to go through our regular show as we always do for Car Chronicles. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Okay. Don't forget to tap on that like for me so that we can keep the video out there in the algorithm. All right. Thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Rose. All right. So let me get started. So there's something that I got to talk about before we get into my show, because this is very, 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 now, y'all know I've been gone, like I said, for about 3 weeks. Upon me being gone, apparently, not sure why I'm always in some mess. Not sure why, but I was gone. I ain't talked to nobody. I ain't dealt with nobody. I've been focusing on me and my vacation. He said, I miss you. I miss you guys too. And thanks again for all the birthday wishes. Do we have anybody with a birthday today? If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to everyone. All right. So let's get started. All right. So upon me being gone, what was sent to me was something from another person, if we can say blogger, I guess, Black Titanic. Let me go ahead and address this. I'm going to have to start addressing things because I'm kind of sick and tired of the mess. Y'all know I don't be fooling with folk. I stay over here in my world. I come on and do my videos and I don't bother anyone. But I have to address this because this is starting to be an ongoing issue. And I figured out... I sat and I thought about it. I figured out why this is going on. This is strictly for content. All right. Now, let me just say, I do not know Black Titanic's daughter. I don't know why she keeps saying everybody know her daughter. We don't know your daughter. You said she's not even on social media. I feel like that's a lie because that same person that you claim that I know popped up in my Caramel Rail show on Facebook to send a long message to harass me. So you said she's not even on social media. Not sure why she went and created a Facebook page to come over on my Facebook page to say something to me. So before I get into my show, let me go ahead and get into this because Black Titanic, please stop adding me. Don't add me in any of your posts, videos, anything. Do your content. Don't focus on me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. I don't want to speak to you. I don't want any connections with you at all. And I think I made this clear already. You or anyone attached to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have any dealings with you. So don't at me. Let me go ahead and put this up. She wrote a long message. She created another page. Okay. She's on another page. She's saying the bloggers won't let her be on her page. I don't even bother you. I don't come on your page. I don't speak to you. I don't even really mention you. I don't really mention any bloggers. I come on here and anybody follow me, you know, I do my content. Let's get into this so we can address this and get this out the way. Okay. because this is beyond crazy. All right, so according to 6 days ago, this was sent to me. Yeah, at Caramel Rail. She's adding me. Why? Caramel Rail don't talk to you, about you, none of that. So Black Titanic is keeping up the mess. The same person that said she was getting ready to be in surgery with open heart surgery. I'm not sure why you have time to be on social media if you are having open heart surgery, open brain surgery, whatever surgery. Get under somebody's anesthesia already and have this fucking surgery and leave everyone alone. She's continuously harassing me. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the record. That's why I'm doing a video. Because now I got to keep putting a footprint to this. She's playing victim and saying people are bothering her. And I can go back and my computers and every single device that I use can be checked into to see that I have not added her. I don't talk about her. I don't mention her. All right. So let's go ahead and make this very clear for all of my viewers and everyone watching in the bushes, because I know they're here. Black Titanic says, because you guys can see Omar at officially Black Titanic. 6 days ago, I was at the airport getting ready to board a flight for vacation. Okay. So I wasn't talking to anyone or prior to the day of or prior to that day, because I was leaving another state, going to another state, okay, on vacation. But this is what she does. Black Titanic creates these narratives and make these posts and get under people's comments and make derogatory and defamatory comments about bloggers in order to create content and create tension on social media, and then play victim to say we're bothering her. And then when someone addresses her, is I'm sick, I'm hurt, I'm an old woman, they're bothering me, they're harassing me, please stop bothering me when you are bothering us. I'm not bothering you. So let's read what she had to say, because she wrote a long post. Added to me. At Caramel Rail, still today, I, EYE, don't know what my family has done to you. I told my daughter that you had a precious son. Why is my son brought into this? See what I mean? And not to press charges on you for falsely reporting her to her job. I don't know your daughter. Furthermore, the job has cleared her because in no way in hell can she be a YouTuber because she is hearing impaired. Also, why you choose to attack my child, I'm baffled, and still I, EYE, had companion in my heart and convinced, AN, her not to have you arrested. Oh, okay. I'm not worried about being arrested because I've done nothing to be arrested. But you acting as though you did nothing to my family. But you continue to do something to me. I can have you arrested right now for harassment, because I've told you in prior videos and posts to keep my name out of your mouth and to leave me alone. So then after that, it becomes harassment, because I've made it very much so publicly known I don't wish to have any interaction with you, period. And you continue. And sure, sure, as a mom, I, EYE, responded, I was pissed, PISS. What Mora, y'all, WYAWL, get mad at TT after bullying her and take it out on me and my children. I just want peace. And you don't understand that you almost got an innocent person fired, and what saved her was that she is deaf. It is the reason that I haven't been on my main channel, because you, me, start stalking my child. Enjoy your vacation. So I'm stalking you. I'm stalking your child. How do you know, if you're not stalking me, that I'm on vacation? How do you know that? How do you know that I'm on vacation? Because I only said that on my channel to my viewers. So that means you're either sitting in my bushes and or stalking me. We don't conversate. We don't talk. I didn't make a post to say that I'm on vacation. So how would you know that unless you were stalking me? I don't know your children. I don't even know you. I know who you perceive yourself to be on YouTube, but I don't know you. I don't really know anyone on YouTube. I don't really care about anyone on YouTube, including you. I don't wish to conversate or have any dealings with you or anyone connected. I'm saying it again, and it's verified. It's on video. How many people I got in here? 155 people have verified what I've just said. Okay? I don't know you. I don't know your kids. I don't know anyone in your family specifically. Okay. All right. But let's take this down. Let's take this down, because, child, I really hate to have to do this before my show, but I'm really tired of like sitting back. And y'all know I don't usually say things. Now, this person popped up in my chat. I don't know this person. This is allegedly her daughter. Somebody named Keita Clark. wrote this long message. I ain't gonna read it out, but just to show you, she said this person don't even have a social media. My daughter don't have social media. Why is she on my Facebook page? As y'all can see here, that's my Facebook page. That's my profile picture. She came on my page and wrote a long ass message on my page, but you don't have social media. Gotcha. All right. So who's harassing who? Who's harassing who? Because you can't find a post or anything where I came onto your social media platform or any social media platform to say anything to this person, but you seek me out. That means you took time to look up my profile, come on to my, under one of my posts and write a long post to me. You don't know me. I have no interaction with you. That's weird and stalking, right? Okay. Because and I'm keeping all of these as a digital footprint in my stuff. Okay. Because I don't throw shit away. Because I'm on ready. I am on ready. All right. Let's get this one last person. Because I hear that this person was on Queen Sheba's I Said What I Said podcast. Toot Latrice, let's call you out, because since you want to be famous, you jumping from channel to channel, honey, windmilling for someone that you don't even know. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Since my name came up, you don't know me, you've never met me, you don't know my husband, but you got up there on Queen Sheba's I Said What I Said panel, and you mentioned my husband. You mentioned that you're taking a black card. You can't take any card from me. Do you even have a card? Well, let's talk about it, because I did my homework. Don't you stay in Birmingham, Alabama? Aren't you retired military? So you have a lot of time to be on YouTube 24 hours a day, jumping from channel to channel to channel, taking back information to someone who you claim you don't know. But you have a lot of time to be following and checking out what I'm doing, right? If I was retired military, I would be traveling. I would be booed up. If you have a man, because you real focused on mine in terms of what nationality he is, which everyone knows he is black. I've shown pictures of that. I don't need to prove anything else. I didn't have to do that. But for you to hop up on a platform to say you're taking my black card away, that I'm a disgrace to the black race and all this other stuff, girl, sit down. Sit down. You are disgraced as a grown ass, long chin ass woman to jump from channel to channel to be clapping for and capping for someone you don't know. Now, here she is under Black Titanic's comment saying, Miss BT, you have every right to defend your daughter and speak out against anyone who wronged her. It's a shame that Caramel, that's me, made false reports against her, and she should be held accountable. And you will be held accountable if you continue to mention my name, okay? A cease and desist as well as a defamatory lawsuit will be filed against you. I'm calling you out, Toot Latrice. You've been reported to YouTube as well, and YouTube Legal also has your information. So continue what you're doing, and I will have to take the next step to do what I have to do, okay? Did I make myself clear? I hope so. And all of these things will be kept just in case a lawsuit has to be filed against you and other people, American born. You're in this mess as well. I'm calling names today. Okay. She jumped from channel to channel. You guys may have seen her name, Toot Latrice. I'm calling her out this morning because you, ma'am, are a grown ass individual, a retired military. You are a disgrace to the U.S. race. You served your country and you sit up and you fight and keep up tension between black women. And you need to be ashamed of yourself for doing shit to people that you don't know. You have nothing to do. You're a YouTube busybody who need to sit your ass down and find something else to do. Toot Latrice. Tootsie. 26, because you act like you might be 16. All right, that's some high school bullshit. Okay, now get into that. You need a man so you wouldn't be on YouTube doing all this. You don't see me on here acting like that. I have a man. When I'm off YouTube, I'm with my man if he ain't at work. You don't have no business. It ain't enough to do in Birmingham, Alabama for you to do in Birmingham, Alabama. I know it's in the backwoods, but go chop a tree down or some shit. I don't know. Well, I don't know what y'all do in Birmingham. Go chop down a tree. Go walk down the sidewalk. Go chase a squirrel. I don't know. I don't know what y'all do in the backwoods down there. But what you do need to do here is leave me the fuck alone. And I'm putting it out here now. Don't comment. Don't say shit else to me. Don't be going on panels mentioning me. I don't mention you except for today. And that's for a digital footprint to let everyone know that I'm tired of your bullshit. Grow the fuck up, lady. Grow the fuck up. I don't know if you got kids, but you act younger than the kids that you bore, if you have any. All right. Yeah. Now run that back. I'm done with it. I said what I had to say. It's on video now. And this video can be pulled back in court if I need to do so. There's already going to be a class action lawsuit. Don't have your name up in there as well. Okay? Because I'll go ahead and garnish those retirement checks from the military. I can use that for a next vacation when I ain't got to spend my money. Okay? Because I like to travel. I love to travel. So yeah, I can use some of those military checks, baby, that you sitting on over there, since you ain't got nothing else to do with them. Okay? Let's move on. Thank y'all. Because I had to get that out there. I had to get that. Oh. Well, Black Titanic said that I'm bothering your daughter. Your daughter don't have social media. Your daughter absolutely does. Like I said, because she definitely was on YouTube. Since you say she don't have a platform or any, she don't be on social media, period, is what Black Titanic said. But she did go on her Facebook channel and come over on mine to talk to me. So that is harassment, in case you did not know, Black Titanic. All right. So let's continue on. I don't know if you guys know what the meaning of harassment is. Maybe y'all need to look it up. I'm not sure. But you ain't even got to go to college to know what harassment means. All right, but let's continue. Again, do not contact me. I don't wish to have no contact with y'all, period. Anybody that's on the negative, low vibrational bullshit, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't even act like that. I don't even move like that. I don't be around people like that. I'm the most calm, peaceful person. I'm about my business. I come here and do my videos. I support who I support and get the fuck off. All that other extra stuff, leave me out of that and stop mentioning my name, and don't at me anymore, Black Titanic, okay? Don't at me anymore. And every time you do it, I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna report your posts and your videos if you do it. Yeah, I'm saying it right here. I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna flag your videos and I'm gonna report. And I might strike it. If you do it. All right. So, and you know what happens after 3? After 3, you gone. So keep doing it, because I'm not gonna keep addressing it no more. Let's continue on though. All right. Because y'all play too much on YouTube. Y'all play too much. But it's all a game. It's all a game in order to, because the same thing was done to Empress Radio, not to bring nobody else into it, to say, oh, Empress, you're coming for my child. You threatened my child. She was like, I don't even know your child. This is what it is. It's the buzzwords to reel you in, to make it seem like you're doing something to this person. And then the next thing you know, here's a whole bunch of videos, bully videos being done where people are being attacked and nothing was done to somebody else. And then it's the victim shame. Oh, you're bothering me. I'm an old lady. I've got to have open heart surgery. Okay. But if you have all of this going on with health issues, why are you on YouTube starting shit with people? You too old for that. You're supposed to be an example to the women on YouTube. When you first came on YouTube, and I'm trying to move on, when Black Titanic first came on to YouTube, she had all this history stuff where she was talking about history and uplifting women. But now we see you in comments tearing down women and saying derogatory things about women because you're trying to do it and be down for the cause. And it's making you look crazy. It's contrary to what you came out to say that you were when you first came on YouTube. People respected you when you first came on YouTube because you presented yourself as being this person who was about the Titanic sinking, and you said you were a school teacher and all this other stuff about history. You wanted to educate people, but now you're on YouTube creating tension and division between women, Black women to be exact. Okay? You don't have to include me into that. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. And I'm not asking you to. I'm just asking you not to mention me. I don't know your daughter. I don't know anybody in your family. So just let's stop it. Stop the bullshit, because it's giving too much. All right, but let's get into our politics, all right, because we have to talk about it. Now, Russia, you guys, has claimed to have developed a cancer vaccine that will be free for patients, all right? We know a lot of people who've been dealing with cancer. Men have been dealing with cancer, okay, prostate cancer, and all different types of cancer, all right? Anybody that's in my chat that's ever dealt with that, prayers to you. There may be a cure. Now, I don't recommend you take it right away until they actually have it out for a little while, unless you just absolutely have to. But let's read into it. According to Spiritual Word, let's put this a little closer. Now, Russia has announced the development of a personalized mRNA-based cancer vaccine with plans to distribute it free of charge to patients starting in early as 2025. Now, I said that the vaccine is being developed by the, Gamaleya National Research Center for Epidemiology and Microbiology, as known for the Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine. I'll be very weary of that. In collaboration with other Russian research centers. Now, preclinical trials have reportedly shown the vaccine can suppress tumor growth and prevent, metastasis, I hope I said that right, with claims of reducing tumor size by 75 to 80% in test subjects. Now, the vaccine is tailored to individual patients using AI to analyze tumor genetics, targeting specific neoantigens to stimulate the immune system to attack cancer cells. All right, so human clinical trials for a melanoma specific version are set to begin late 2025 at the Herzen Research Institute in the NN Blokin National Medical Research Center in Moscow. So it seems that they've created some type of vaccine to help get rid of cancer in Moscow, Russia. Okay. So for those of you that's dealing with that and have been fighting cancer for quite some time, this may be the answer. We don't know. But of course, like I said, make sure you do your research for anything that you put into your body just to make sure that it's safe, because we know Russians do not like Americans. So I would be very weary of taking something from someone who claims to not like the other maybe race or country or whatever. But we'll see. Hopefully in the U.S. that they may have their version for our people. All right. Because I told you I didn't take the flu shot until a year before last. Because I was just like, I don't know what that is. I mean, hell, it took me a minute to take the COVID-19 shot. Yeah, for real. That shit was out for a little minute. I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and take it. Like, I ain't got time to be dying right now. So let's go ahead and take it. I read everything I could for the COVID-19 shot. I read everything I could for the flu shot. So anything that I put into my body, even if my doctor prescribed me something, I read up on it and I educate myself on what it is, the side effects and everything else that comes with said medication. Okay. Because, just because a doctor prescribed it don't mean that it's always good for you. All right. I know people that was taking high blood pressure medicine, lisinopril. Like a lot of people were having flare-ups where their lips and stuff was flaring up, heart palpitations, all types of stuff. So you have to do your research to find out what it is. And if you feel like it's something that may be against your body in terms of if you take it, let your doctor know, can you prescribe me something that's very close to this, that is a little bit more safer than what you prescribe me. Okay. Period. Because I mean, your body. Yeah, your doctor is educated in terms of treating you, but your body and how your body acts when certain things are put into your body. So you have to be very vocal with your doctor about that and do your research for any medications that you take. Okay, let's continue. We'd like to educate you guys on this stuff. All right, let's share screen to get on to the next topic. Y'all pardon me for the beginning of my show, but I had to get that out of my system because I'm so tired of people being so fucking immature on this thing. This is YouTube. I don't know why people take it so literal. It's so irritating. Like literally just YouTube used to be a fun space where you just come on and look at videos and just enjoy different content creators and different content, but it's starting to become very dark. I don't like dark. This is crazy. I've never seen a bunch of grown ass people act like this. This is weird. All right, so according to Revolt News, all right, Black unemployment under Trump reaches its highest rate since the pandemic. This is not surprising. Now, I said the Department of Labor report shows that the rate has spiked to 7.2%. All right. Now, the latest job reports released by the Department of Labor shows that Black unemployment spiked to 7.2% in July, marking its highest rate since the COVID-19 pandemic nearly 4 years ago. Now, Black federal workers have found themselves at the center of President Trump's agenda, which has included downsizing the federal workforce, which his administration sees as wasteful spending, reducing and dismantling several agencies and departments like the Department of Education, and probably most significantly eliminating DEI roles, which has called illegal discrimination, which he calls illegal discrimination. Now, it says that the president appeared incensed over Friday's overall job numbers, which included a downward turn in the number of added jobs last month, which was only 73,000. Now, as a result, he announced that the firing of the Bureau of Labor Statistics Commissioner Erica Interfor. Okay, so as you guys can see, the unemployment rates in Blacks is the highest. Why is that? Why is that? Y'all know there's been a lot of layoffs. There've been a lot of layoffs from people. A lot of people have been deported, which I said the other day, that should free up some jobs. If you're deporting all these people in droves, that should relieve some jobs for other people. But then again, he's going in 13,000 people over here getting laid off, and 10,000 over here, 9,000 over there. Like, it's crazy. And it gives, according to what Revolt News is saying, that Black unemployment is the highest of them all. So that's why I keep saying, create you a side business so that you can maximize, and so that you can keep your money up. Okay. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Because a lot of these jobs, they don't really pay much nowadays, unless you got to go to college and get educated and all of that. But a lot of these jobs don't really pay you what you are worth. So a lot of times, most people have to go out and get a second job just to balance things out and to be where they want to be financially. But hey, you want to create your own. You can't, nobody can fire you from your own job or something that you create, your own business. So create your own business, whether big or small, something that's going to generate you some money on the side so that you'll be okay, just in case something else collapses. All right. Somebody said, not surprised. Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised at all. Again, fair use. Thank you so much, Revolt News. Let's move on. We got some more stuff. All right. So for those of you that's out here marrying people so that they can have citizenship, because y'all know now the old game was you marry somebody and they pay you a certain amount of money, like thousands of dollars or something. I heard that to marry someone outside of the US. Yeah, that's not going to be anymore, because according to it's on site, it's saying that marrying a U.S. citizen no longer guarantees you a green card, as immigration cracks down and targets fraud. I feel like that's what Simon was trying to do with Portia, to kind of get his citizenship through marrying her. Y'all know he's been married 5 times, and I believe, and it's my opinion, that maybe he was marrying all these women in order to use that as a means to try to get his citizenship or green card, because y'all know he's not been able to do that because of fraudulent situations. And I'm just using him as an example because that's something that that we know about that has actually happened. All right. But so yeah, you you can't marry somebody and be like, oh yeah, we're married, so I'm automatically a citizen, or I got my green card. No. So they said the USCIS is not playing, said that the Department of Homeland Security is cracking down on fraudulent marriages used to obtain green cards. Now, just because you say I do doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a visa anymore. Y'all hear that? Says that under the new push, that anyone caught in a sham marriage for immigration benefits could face 5 years in prison and up to $250,000 fine. And no, that does not include catering. Oh, not catering. Says that marriage for love still valid. Says that marriage for a visa now under investigation. So they're going to be looking more into that. If you are not a citizen of the U.S. and you're marrying someone that is, you're probably going to go through and jump through a lot of hoops in order to get said marriage now. And if you're found to be doing things under false pretenses, then you're probably going to be facing up to 5 years in prison. Not jail, girl, prison, because that's two different things. Jail and prison is different. All right. Not that I ever been, according to what other people saying. Not that I ever been, but at the end of the day, here you go. All right. So don't be out here doing that. Don't be trying to get nobody no green card, because then your ass gonna be wind up locked up. All right. So there's enough people here in the U.S. that you can marry if you need to. All right. Let's continue on. All right. Ooh, child. Why am I already tired? I probably shouldn't did all that hollering at the beginning of my show. Now I'm tired. Shout out to the 247 watching. We know why you're here. Everybody like to hear some mess, child. I said, we're going to get that out of the way. But all right, so Trump wants Beyonce, Oprah, and Al Sharpton to be locked up, child. Well, his ass need to be locked up. He's a whole felon, but you are asking for Beyonce, Oprah, and Al Sharpton to be locked up. All right. a shout out to the North Carolina beat on this one, because I said, I know you damn lying. Let's get into why. Said that Donald Trump hopped online and pulled a Karen moment, y'all, not a Karen moment. Said that this time crying about the Democrats allegedly paying Beyonce, Oprah, and Al Sharpton for their endorsements. Now, Trump is now calling for them to be prosecuted. Ooh, not prosecuted, child. Y'all better throw Oprah up in the jail over there. Said that he claims that Beyonce got $11 million for just showing up, and Oprah got $3 million for expenses, and Al Sharpton supposedly got $600,000. Why you pocket watching these people? Why you worried about what Al Sharpton and Beyonce and Oprah getting? Okay. Now, he says that you are not allowed to pay for an endorsement, said it is totally illegal to do so. Says that Kamala and all of those that receive endorsement money rather, broke the law. He wrote it, as you guys can see, in all caps. He said that they should all be prosecuted, the orange man says on a post. So let's read his post in terms of what he said about Beyonce, Oprah, and Al Sharpton. He's trying to lock all our black folk up. Why is that? We need Al. After Al get his good perm, Al gonna get out there and be on the march for the people, honey. After his Just For Me get rinsed out and they blow dry their hair and put a little bumper curl up in there, Al gonna be out there marching on the beat for the black people. And we need him, okay? We need Beyonce to be like this on the stage. We need Oprah to be saying, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, and go out here looking for Gail. Okay, we need that in our life. But let's get into what he had to say. So you better tell him. All right, this is Trump, y'all. Y'all president, he ain't mine. All right. Says that I'm looking at the large amounts of money owed by the Democrats after the presidential election and the fact that they admit to paying probably illegal, said $11 million to a singer, Beyonce, for an endorsement. She never sang not one note, and she left the stage to a booing an angry audience. Said the $3 million for expenses to Oprah, $600,000 to very low rated TV anchor. No, he didn't read Al like that. Not no very low rated TV anchor, Al Sharpton, a total lightweight. Oh, hell no. Hold on, y'all. And an uppercut. All right. No, the hell, you didn't talk about no Al like that. And others to be named for doing absolutely nothing. Like your ass ain't doing in office. You damn felon. All right, you need to be worried about them Epstein files. We're going to talk about that too, because we heard that you had your name conveniently taken up out of them files, and now they're saying that it don't exist. Yeah, it don't, after you probably paid somebody, allegedly, to get your name up off there, because I saw some pictures floating around with you hugged up on some minor girls. We done showed them. Let me get back. Now, these ridiculous fees were incorrectly stated in the books and records, said that you are not allowed to pay for an endorsement. Said it is totally illegal to do so. Can you imagine what would happen if politicians started paying for people to endorse them? Said all hell would break out. Kamala and all of those that received endorsement money broke the law. Said that they should all be prosecuted. Thank you all for your attention on this matter. Well, how about you getting in office? How about you getting in office? Did you pay some people? Did you pay some people? Because you have been arguing a lot with old boy that created these damn Teslas out here. You've been arguing with his ass a whole lot back and forth. I feel like some money was exchanged because people were saying that he used his millions and billions of dollars to help get you in office. So couldn't that be seen as illegal? Couldn't voter, fraud and all that shit be looked at as illegal? Because I feel like you stole your way allegedly into office this term, because your ass definitely don't want to come out and you're looking for a way to be in there for a third term and create a whole nother law and or rule and break the one that's already been written saying that you cannot run more than 2 times. So I feel like if anybody should go to jail first, Trump, maybe it should be you. Okay, because you created and are you've broken a lot of laws. We ain't even gonna get started on you. All right. But yeah. So he's sitting back talking about all the money that he's looking into, and he want them arrested and locked up because they are doing some stuff that's illegal. When his ass been doing shit that was illegal since forever. Okay, I got one word for you, Epstein nigga. It's coming. It's coming. And Ghislaine Maxwell, I feel like you are hiding some shit for Trump as well. Talking about you want some clemency and all this bullshit. You want to, I'm going to testify, but and we already know you're going to only say what they tell you to say. Because you dare not mention Trump name, because it's pictures with you and Trump. It's pictures of you and Trump and Epstein, and there's some young girls around where Trump got his arm around them. So you tell me. So how you ain't on no list with Epstein and you in millions of pictures with this nigga? Like, make it make sense. But yeah, let's get up off that, child. Hopefully he go to jail first and not Beyonce and Oprah and Al Sharpton, since he's a low budget. I said, this nigga, he tried it. That was a reach. But let's continue, child. Charlamagne the God is arguing with Trump. We ain't gonna be on Trump all morning, child. But Trump is trumping. Trump is out here trumping. We gotta talk about it. Trump is out here trumping. All right. According to the girls are fighting, Donald Trump slams Charlamagne the God as low IQ and scathing posts and questions use of God title. If that's what he wants to call himself, you call yourself the president and you shouldn't be calling yourself that. So if he wants to be called Charlamagne the God, he's had that name since we've known him. That is his stage name. That's his Hollywood name, Charlamagne the God. That's what everybody calls him. He's not saying that he is the God. He's saying he's the God of maybe talk show or whatever. So Trump, maybe you should go back to school and get some lessons in comprehension. All right. So let's get into what Trump had to say about Charlamagne the God. But first, let's read up on why they're beefing. Now, it says that Donald Trump has once again targeted Charlamagne the God in a scathing post on Truth Social. Now, Trump called a radio host a low IQ individual and accused him of lacking knowledge about Trump's political achievements. Said that Trump also questions why Charlamagne is allowed to use God title, suggesting that there would be outage if he adopted the same moniker. Outrage. I'm sorry, not outage. Outrage if he adopted the same moniker. All right, so let's read this bullshit. Why he makes such a long post? They're making long posts. Everybody's making long posts today. All right, so Trump says in relation to Charlamagne the God, the very wonderful and talented Laura Trump, okay, whose show is a big rating success, put racist sleazebag Charlamagne the God why he is allowed to use the word God when describing himself. Says that, can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname? But then you say you wanted the American people to bow down to you like other countries do, their presidents over there. So you want to have that God mentality. You feel like you have that, but you're just not bold enough to put Trump God or Donald God Trump in your name or God Trump. You ain't bold enough to do that shit because you don't want the backlash behind it. Anyway, said that he's a low IQ individual, has no idea what words are coming out of his mouth, and knows nothing about me or what I have done, just like ending 5 wars, including a 31-year bloodbath between Republic of the Congo and Rwanda. Says that where 7 million people have passed away, and there was no end in sight. Said that he didn't know that, or India, or Pakistan, or wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, or closing the horrendous open border, or the greatest economy where prices and inflation have come way down, and where stupid and corrupt Joe Biden, this nigga is crazy, set the record for doing the worst job as president ever. But this dope Charlamagne would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala. Says that remember 1 year ago that our country was unalive. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world, MAGA. Those are Trump's words, and I read them word for word. Okay. Why is it that whenever he is referencing someone black that he always likes to use low class and low this and low budget, and like we're just so beneath him? He speaks on black people as if we're beneath him in terms of our accomplishments. Charlamagne the God is very accomplished in what he does. So just because you're president of the United States, that does not make you more than he is or more important than he is. I mean, by job, yeah, as the president, but he is just as educated as Trump is. So I don't feel like Trump is doing a great job as president. For him to continuously call somebody low budget and low IQ. If anyone has a low IQ, I mean, his own mama came out. I showed y'all the post that said that Trump was not that Trump did not have a high IQ and that he was not the smartest person in the world. His own mama said that. So if your own mama said that about you, the person that gave birth to you and took you to school every day, if she said that you was dumb as 4 bags of rocks, then I'm gonna have to believe your mama. I don't like the way he continuously speaks on our people. When I say our people, I mean black people as being dumb, because we have some very intelligent black people. Okay, me being one of them. All right, some of us. Let me say some of us are some very intelligent people. Some of us are very successful individuals. Okay, so you can't kind of throw everybody into the same pile, because you got some ignorant black folk out there. But then again, on the flip side, you have some very intelligent black individuals who are out here getting it and doing what they need to do and contributing to society and being stand-up individuals. You got some shitty individuals out there. All right, so you can't put them in the same boat. It's kind of like that. And Charlamagne the God, I don't see him as being low IQ or anything. But Trump, he feels like he's the smartest person in the world, but not so much. All right, let's continue on. I told you guys about the young lady who was at the Usher concert who Usher was feeding the cherries to, who now she is suing Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco, all right, for $20 million. She has already filed a $20 million lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco. She has now spoken out. And she says that she tried to get them to retract their comments by filing. All right. So she said that she only filed a $20 million lawsuit so that they can retract their comments that they made against her. I don't think that they've done so. So the $20 million lawsuit is still in effect. All right. So let's get into it according to Hollywood Unlocked. Let's go ahead and share so you guys can see with me. Because child. Whew. These folks just suing, child. All right, so let's get into her. She's sitting down talking to Lori. I remember her from Love and Hip Hop. I want to say L.A. No, New York. Love and Hip Hop, New York. But she now has her own podcast, and she sits down with her. So let's get into what this woman had to say.
Yeah. You gave them an opportunity to even be able to retract it, just to apologize. You sent out emails, letters, you've spoken with people, the producers over there, everything, and still they chose not to take it down.
Absolutely. So when it all began, this is back in April, many people are just hearing about it now. And that shows I'm not into trying to get a media hit about this. It got picked up. I'm not even sure how. I'm not really talking about the nuts and bolts of the case, but this case is about Shay Media. It's about Pink Deer, the production company that was not fact checking it, or if they did not care enough. I sent emails, I sent letters. Clearly they opened it, they responded because they made it private. They did not take it down, and it didn't take it down immediately. And even as of July 31st, things were still on ways to find it on their podcast, on Apple and their other mediums in which they do it. And this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Yeah. And right now,
you gave them an opportunity to even be able to retract it.
Right now, as it stands, there's no oversight, there's no regulation, and there's nobody calling anyone on the carpet when they're earning tens of millions of dollars for clicks, likes, and follows and through advertisers. They don't have the overhead that you guys have here. They can have two men, a microphone, and a producer that's supposed to fact check, and they're not doing right by that. And as a private citizen, my rights were encroached upon. This is wrong. And something needs to happen about this. And I said, you know what? I'm going to see you in court, since they did not want to do the right thing. Right now, as it stands, there's no oversight. There's no All
right, so as you guys can see, where it said Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco is hit with a $20 million lawsuit for allegedly spreading false claims about a woman's viral encounter with Usher during Usher's concert. Okay, so she has filed the $20 million lawsuit. She just wants them to retract what they said. They've not budged as of yet. So maybe Shannon Sharpe got another 20 million or whatever to shell out. Y'all know he just had to shell out some money to an OnlyFans model where she sued him. And I just saw a post this morning where he was telling Chad Ochocinco that he owes him over $5,000 something and he needs his money because his money is looking a little funny. I was like, damn, it's like that. But hey, you're hit with another lawsuit. It's child. Y'all ain't learned shit from the Tasha K and Cardi B situation, where she asked Tasha K to retract what she had to say and take a video down, and she refused to do so. Now that has landed her in a situation where her paychecks, her YouTube checks, are being garnished to pay off Cardi B for defamatory comments that she made against her. All right, I don't know if people know it or not, but defamation lawsuits, you get a whole lot of money from that. You really do. You have to pay out a lot of money. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. It's very expensive. All right. So yeah. For Shannon and Chad, I think y'all should just go ahead and take the shit down. Don't even fuck with her, because it's given that she needs a little coin. And $20 million is a lot of money for something that somebody said that they can go ahead and say, look, it ain't even that serious. We don't even fucking care about you like that. We'll just go ahead and take the shit out or edit it out or whatever. All right. And you move on with your life. And it is what it is. All right. I don't feel like nobody should have to be shelling out over $20 million for something that they said that they could just go ahead and retract and or move on from. All right. But let's move on from this. So hopefully they get the message. If not, then she's going to go ahead with her lawsuit. All right. Moving on. Let's get into some basketball wife news. Let's get into it. Yeah, y'all better look it up, honey. Defamation lawsuits. Baby, you shell out some money. Especially if a person can prove that shit. And a person like me who keep receipts, bitch. Ching ching, that's all I'm gonna hear in my sleep when I wake up. Ching ching, ching ching. Every check you make, I'm trying to tell you. Trying to go to Virgin Islands now. I'm about to go to Virgin Islands. If you want to pay for it, keep the bullshit up. I'll gladly take your money. All right, let's continue. Ming Lee says that she feels manipulated by Chantel Christie, which is Jackie Christie's daughter, and believes that Chantel owes the ladies an apology for lying about the altercation with Jackie Christie. Y'all know Jackie Christie punched her daughter Chantel in the face after Chantel pushed her on national television on Basketball Wives. All right, not sure how Ming Lee got into this bullshit, but let's read up on it before we allow Ming Lee to say what she got to say. All right, so Ming Lee, which is you guys see on my screen right here, okay, from Basketball Wives, speaks on the Jackie Christie and Chantel Christie situation, saying that Chantel lied about the incident, manipulating her and the other ladies into believing her, and that Jackie was solely at fault. It says that Ming clarifies that she stands by her apology to Jackie, acknowledging that she should have stayed out of their family business. Now, Ming says that she would never physically retaliate against her mother, even though they have a different difficult relationship, nor would she allow her friends to disrespect her mother. Now, I keep saying, I don't know why Jackie's daughter was even brought on the show. This is Jackie's platform where she's been on. She's OG on Basketball Wives. Y'all know how Jackie is. She's very mouthy. She act like she gonna fight you, but she really ain't. But she, of course, she did check her own daughter, and she punched the hell out of her on national television in the face. But I mean, other people that she was supposed to fight, like Malaysia, she ain't fight her. What's the other girl? I forget her name, child. Where she ran up on and was gonna fight her, and Jackie was like, "Hey, can't we just talk about this? Can't we all get along?" I was like, Jackie fight who she want to fight. But at the end of the day, I don't feel that Chantel should have been on the show because she was very much so disrespectful throughout the season. She created drama with the other ladies on the cast against her mom, which was not a good look, and it put a bad taste in other people's mouths. Like, girl, this is your mom. Regardless of what you guys are dealing with off the show, don't bring that onto the show and then make it a me against mom situation, because people did not see that as entertainment. People saw that as you being a biatch in terms of what you call Jackie also on national television. For a child to call their own mother a bitch on national television, you got to be the lowest of the low. That's some low vibrational disrespectful bullshit, and you should never ever take it there. So Ming Lee, for some odd reason, got into the middle of this, and she's letting Chantel Christie know, look, don't put me in this, because even though me and your mama have our issues, I ain't in the middle of y'all mess, and I ain't trying to speak on y'all mess, because your family shit shouldn't have been brought on here anyway. All right, so let's get into what Ming had to say. Shout out to Reality Entertainment TV.
I do stand on my apology to Jackie. I feel like I owe Jackie an apology for, one, not staying out of people's business, like family business. I should have just listened and said nothing, because my problem with Chantel is that you lied. Like, you came down to that room after the altercation and you manipulated me. I don't know if Evelyn and Brandy felt manipulated, but watching it back on TV, I felt like I was manipulated, and I felt like I have spoken to you after the incident. I reached out, like you said, in your Carlos King interview. I've texted you and checked on you, and at no point did you say, "Hey, remember when I said that my mom just punched me or pushed me?" It was because she didn't. I actually pushed her first. So I just felt like at some point you could have corrected their narrative. Like, we went from my event, it was like 3 weeks from Hawaii to my event. At no point did you say, "Hey, I pushed my mom first." And I know that you at some point found out, because you even said that your dad was requesting to see the footage, and he wanted to see who was telling the truth, because you had your side of the story and your mom had her side of the story. And so once you found out the truth, you never told us. Now, granted, I do have a very rocky and, not.
All right, so we done with you, girl. So y'all see that now. She's saying that after the altercation between Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel immediately went down to pull someone else into the altercation to get someone on her side. So she sat down with Ming Lee to tell her version of what she felt happened in the situation when she pushed Jackie Christie first, causing Jackie to react and punch her to get her up off her after she had already asked her to leave her room. All right. So she was leaving the room. Y'all saw the video where Chantel was leaving the room and she doubled back and turned around and proceeded to walk up on Jackie and was still talking crazy. Jackie stands up to walk over to her to tell her to please leave my room, get out of here. And Chantel pushes her against the wall, at which Jackie then came back and punched her. Okay. So then Chantel runs downstairs to tell the other ladies that, hey, mom hit me, leaving out the fact that she pushed her and initiated said altercation. All right. I don't like people like that. Don't play victim. Don't sit here and play victim. For every action, there's a reaction. If you slap me, you probably got one coming back. So don't just sit here and say, Caramel slapped me. Why did I slap you? Why did I retaliate? Because you started bullshit. And that's exactly what happened here in this case with Jackie Christie's daughter. All right. So there really needs to be some counseling, some therapy, something going on. Because it seems like since she was a child, I saw another video where she was saying that her mother told her at age 12 that she hated her. Chantel Christie said that Jackie Christie told her at age 12 that she hated her. It seems that they need to have some type of family therapy where they all need to sit down. Jackie's other daughter's been having issues with Jackie as well. It's something that needs to be said between them, because the lashing out, especially bringing it on to national television, is not a good look. That's not entertainment for me to see a mother and daughter fighting. That's just not. And a lot of people in terms of the comments say the same thing. That's not entertainment. I don't want to see that shit. Like, I don't. Now, anybody else on the show, they want to argue and carry on, I might watch it. But a mother and daughter going back and forth, calling each other bitch and fighting and pushing and punching each other, yeah, I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. Okay, but let's continue. Now, I told you guys day before yesterday that Sha'Carri Richardson, okay, track runner, and she, baby, when I tell you she be running, baby, she have fire in them shoes. She be gone. But her boyfriend, she and her boyfriend, Christian Coleman, who is also a track runner, had an altercation in the airport, as you guys know. And security and the police got involved to where Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested for pushing her boyfriend into a column into the airport and also throwing some objects at him. It was caught on surveillance video. They did arrest her. Now, her boyfriend, which we're going to hear from him in a second, where he's saying that he does not want and did not want any charges pressed against her. So this sounds like this might be something that's been going on between the two of them. Maybe they fight behind closed doors, but whatever happened in the airport, it caused the reaction for her to snap on him and do what she did. It cost her a lot, because now they're trying to say that she may be on the no-fly list. And I told you guys before, with her being an athlete, she has to travel, and most of the places that she has to travel has to be by plane. So that could really mess her up if she's on a do-not-fly list. Okay. So Christian Coleman rides for Sha'Carri Richardson, which is his girlfriend. All right, let's get into it. Olympic sprinter Christian Coleman is breaking his silence and standing by his girlfriend Sha'Carri Richardson following her arrest at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport and alleged domestic violence charges, or DV charges for YouTube's sake. Now, authorities identified Coleman as the victim in the incident, which reportedly went down at a TSA checkpoint. Now, surveillance footage allegedly showed Richardson shoving Coleman as he tried to walk away, something police said was enough probable cause to arrest her on fourth-degree assault. It said that she spent nearly 19 hours locked up at a SCORE South Correctional entity before being released. Now, Coleman, however, wasn't having it. Speaking to reporters at the U.S. Track and Field Championships, the three-time world champion made it clear that he did not think that she belonged in handcuffs. So it gives that the two of them have a very toxic relationship for there to be any type of physical altercation between them. You can argue all day long. You're going to disagree in relationships, but whenever you start putting your hands on the other person, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay, I feel like you can express yourself without touching me. And if you get that mad to where you feel like you got to push me into something and cause me bodily harm, maybe we shouldn't be together. Okay, because today it's a push, tomorrow is something else. All right, if you get that mad where you cannot control yourself. Let's continue. Said he also stressed that he did not want to be labeled a victim and declined to press charges. Now, one of the key reasons the case was dropped, it says that the track star called the moment deeply personal, but pushed for understanding. Well, you were pushed, but I don't, okay. It says that I'm the type of guy who's in the business of extending grace, mercy, and love, according to what he's saying. He says, to me, she's the best female athlete in the world, a great person who deserves compassion. She might need some anger management. She might be the greatest athlete, but she has anger issues. Okay. Now, despite the off-track drama, both athletes still competed. Said that Coleman finished 5th in the 100-meter and 6th in the 200-meter, missing a world championship spot. It says that Richardson advanced to the women's 100-meter finals with a 11.07 in prelims. All right. So the couple together for 2 years, is still training, still competing, and still under the public microscope. Now, their story has reignited conversations about the pressure top athletes face and the challenge of keeping personal lives private, and the world is always watching. Well, that's great. But my thing is this, because I feel like the world kind of holds on to whatever they want to hold on to and let go of what they want to let go of. Let's use Rihanna and Chris Brown as an example in this situation. We saw how that panned out, where Rihanna's pictures were posted all over social media where she was assaulted by Chris Brown in a fight, which it was said that she slapped him first. He snapped off on her, and I'm not excusing that at all, because nobody should put hands on anyone. Chris was absolutely wrong to beat on Rihanna the way that he did, but she was absolutely wrong to snatch his phone. That's his personal property. You're not married to him. You can't snatch his personal property and then reach over there and you see something in his phone that you don't like and you slap him in his face, because that's what he said she did. And then for him to react in the way that he did, because y'all know it's a reaction. And I'm not saying, and I don't want nobody to say, well, Cameron, no, I'm not making an excuse for Chris. But what I'm saying is, if you reach over as hard as you can and slap somebody in their face, 9 times out of 10, they're going to react, and they're going to want to fight you back or react back in a way that could be physical, and it could cause you bodily harm. Her face was very much so bruised, and her nose was bleeding and everything else. And that was very much so horrible for him to do so to a female. But a female needs to learn to not put her hands on a male who is much stronger than her, that could also do great bodily harm. Now, in this situation, let's flip it, because the female, once again, the female was the aggressor. Sha'Carri should not have pushed him, because what if he reacted by pushing her back or punching her in the airport? This would have been another Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. So as you guys can see, now they're forgiving Sha'Carri, maybe because she's a female, I don't know. But they're forgiving her, and this is almost the same situation. They're forgiving her, they're overlooking it and saying, oh, she's a great athlete. Great for her. But there seems to be an anger issue there that needs to be worked out. And if you guys fight a lot behind closed doors, that's your business. But when you come out in public and people see it and it's caught on video surveillance and somebody has to go to jail behind it, then yeah. And in most situations now, I told you guys the other day, in some states, the state picks it up. So you can't just say, oh, I don't want to press charges if this person does this to me, because then it becomes a problem with the police steady coming to your house where you guys are fighting and nothing is being done. And the situation is steady escalating to where at some point somebody's going to lose their life. That is why they're making tougher laws against DV situations, because women and men, because women can be very abusive and crazy too, towards men, to where people are now losing their lives. So they're locking people up for these situations to prevent that, and the state take on the charges, to where you can't just keep saying, oh, I don't want to press charges, wasting taxpayers' money, to where the police got to keep driving to your house and just taking reports, only for you to go right back in the house and fight again. So it needs to be straight across the board. And I love Sha'Carri Richardson. I love her as an athlete, but I really feel like this situation definitely needs to be looked into, because if this is happening in public, I don't even want to know what's going on in private. If you're pushing him into columns in public and throwing stuff at him, I don't even want to see what you guys are doing in private. And if he is okay with it, that's his business. But when you bring it publicly, then people will have a response. People who don't have anything to do with it will have a response, because you're doing it in front of people. So if you don't want people in your business, don't do the shit in front of people. Okay? Did we nail it? Let's move on. Let's get into what he had to say, though. Let's play with you guys. Let's play what he had to say.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have like things that she needs to work on for herself, of course. So do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self, so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and the human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And like, and I hate the narrative too of just like, you know what I'm saying, it's so negative. But like I said, it's just like in the state of Seattle, even talking to the cop or whatever, it was just like, it really was nothing I could do.
Mods, I see you guys are motioning me for a jam session. We're going to have it right after he finishes his speech. All right.
It's just like, I understood, but I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation, but she's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we've been able to be like really good teammates like all year. And I hate that narrative too because you know, us coming together like we're just two like real dominant personalities. And she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like I see it every day. And like, you know, for me in my process, like I just said, like moving training groups, a whole new environment, a whole new, you know what I'm saying, training setup, different than what I've been in the past, like, you know, 10 years of my, you know, track and field career, and transitioning and then still coming back running 9.8 and feeling like I got so much more to give. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my path, that's my journey, and like being so up close and personal with her every day. And like I watch this girl like fall on the track like in February and walk it off like it was, you know what I'm saying, like a cramp, but get back up and have to take like a month and a half of just like rehab and trying to come back. And then 3 weeks later, like have a competition and like, you know what I'm saying, like she just has a lot of things going on and like a lot of emotions and forces going on inside of her that like not only I can understand, but you know nobody can, because she 1-on-1 and I'm 1-on-1 too. And so I know everything is happening in God's plan because obviously he's 1-on-1. And so that's really the main focus and the thing that I just wanted to say. And I know that like it's been a tough journey for her this year, but she's gonna bounce back. And like I said, I see it every day. She's the best female athlete in the world, and she's gonna be just fine. She's gonna be good. I'm gonna be good too. So it is what it is.
So it sounds like he's kind of he's protecting her because that's his girlfriend. He loves her, but sometimes, honey, love is not enough. All right. If a person has a problem that they don't seek help for, it could be a problem for you, and you can't love it out of them. They have to go and get the necessary help that they need to get, because like I said, it's not okay for her to pound on you because she's having a bad day or a moment. You guys, if y'all gonna be in love and be in a relationship, it should be just that, and never to the point to where you're putting hands on one another, because at some point he's gonna get tired of that shit. And at some point, the police going to lock her up and they're not going to let her out next time. So you can do as many press conferences you want to do. Oh, she's a great athlete. I love her. She's going to be okay. Hopefully she does, for her sake. But in the meantime, and in between time, they definitely need to go to maybe some couples counseling to figure out what it is, what the deep-rooted issue is that's causing her to be this angry at you to where she has to be physical towards you. If she loves you, love don't hurt, honey. And that go for anybody else. If you're in a relationship and you getting hit on, beat on, slapped, whatever, pushed, baby, that's not love. That is not love. Love does not hurt. That's for anyone watching me. Women, men, I don't give a damn if it's a dog. When love does not hurt. Find you somebody that will respect you, because if you respect the person enough, there's certain things that you won't do to them because you respect them. All right. So that's what I got to say about that. Moving on. That's what I gotta say about that. All right, so somebody who's getting ready to be suing, honey. Well, they already said they were gonna sue, but they have really, child. They put their foot down, child. They put their foot down, and this when they say, "Baby, I'm about to sue because you ain't gonna keep playing on my name." All right, everybody out here suing. Johnny Gill, honey. Johnny Gill is getting ready to sue over Eddie Murphy kissing rumors. So some woman of the night, honey, came forward to say that she knew Johnny Gill and called him gay and a whole bunch of other things, and said that she saw him. Now, this is a very crazy allegation. She said that she saw him tongue kissing Eddie Murphy. All right. He says that my personal life is my personal life. Now, see, Johnny, this is what I got to say about you. Now, you can live how you want to live, but if you out here trying to sue somebody for saying something about you that you said did not happen, when you say my personal life is my personal life, you kind of sound like Freddie Jackson when they asked him on Unsung if he was gay. Now, he can be whatever he want to be. I ain't got nothing against gay people. I have a lot of friends who are gay. But my point is, for years, y'all know there were speculations that Freddie Jackson was that way. So on, y'all know, the Unsung show on TV1 over there, when they asked him, was he that way? He said, well, I don't owe anyone an explanation but my mom. I was like, it's yes or no. Not that you owe anyone an explanation, but most straight men, if you ask them that, they'll be ready to fight you or damn near be like, look, bitch, don't ever ask me that again. Like, hell no, I ain't that way. Okay. Hell no. But that's what it's giving right here with Johnny. But let's get into this. And we're going to play what he has to say here in a second. So they're saying that Johnny Gill is set to sue over the Eddie Murphy kissing rumor. And I said R&B legend Johnny Gill, honey, is firing back after a male SW named Streetwalker child named Flash claimed that he saw Johnny and Eddie Murphy tongue kissing at a Hollywood Hills party. Ooh. Now, y'all know that they said about Eddie Murphy was out there with them Trans Ams. All right. That's what they said, child. He was caught in the car. One of them Trans Ams was caught in his car. And we've been hearing rumors for years about Johnny Gill. Allegedly. All right. Just like they said about Teddy P. He had a Trans Am in his car when he hit that tree when he got into the accident. It was a Trans Am in the car with him. Okay, I don't know what they were doing, but they said it was a Trans Am. Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all. So the claim was made during an interview on the Armand Wiggins show. Y'all know who he is, where Flash, allegedly connected to Diddy's inner circle, said that he witnessed the moment firsthand. Is there a video? Now, unless you got a video or some pictures, then you might lose this case because Johnny is saying this shit never happened. Now, Johnny is calling the story a complete lie. You better hope he ain't got no pictures or videos, Johnny. It said that it's one thing to repeat dumb rumors. It's another to say that you saw me do something that I've never done. He said, so I'm suing, all right, according to Johnny Gill in a now viral post. I'm going to play it for y'all here in a second. It says that my personal life is my personal life. Enough is enough. Johnny made it clear that he's done with the gossip and ready to take legal action against what he says is outright defamation. There go that word again. There's that word again. You got to be careful what you say and or accuse a person of, because you can find yourself in a situation that can be very expensive. Okay. I don't think nobody is sitting on 20K that they just want to get up off of over some shit that they had to say about somebody when all they had to do was shut their motherfucking mouth. All right. But let's go ahead and play what Johnny had to say.
Life is my personal life.
Yeah.
That's why so many people have always questioned, what is he doing? Is he gay? Because I don't listen. That's my life over here. And one thing, especially for relationships, when you're in this business and everybody's got an opinion, it turns into a
I forgot to do the jam session after this one, I promise.
Number of things where, you want to be able to save something for yourself. And I think you have to build a strong foundation when you go out and decide you're going to put your relationship out there and you're going to be doing, because it's a lot comes with it.
Yeah, there is.
So I prefer to keep something for myself, and that's my life.
I saw you. The only time I seen you really go in was recently over these rumors. And I feel like you've done a great job of not even bothering to address it.
No,
but
most of the time I'm just like,
but this particular time you were like, okay, now this is enough.
Listen, the dumb rumors, I don't have a problem with that. That's so stupid, and it's been going on for how many years? So the rumors is not, that's one thing. But when you lie on me and say you saw something that you didn't see, something I've never done in my life, that's where it becomes a problem. And that's when I got with the lawyers, and they say, this is defamation. And bro, man, it's coming.
Oh, so there really is a lawsuit.
It's
coming.
Yeah, because my personal life is my personal life.
Yeah. So he said he's suing. So whoever this person is that said that they saw him at a Hollywood Hills, because y'all know a lot of them celebrities, they get to these Hollywood parties, honey, they get high as a damn kite, and they get to making out, especially when they on that ecstasy. Ecstasy make you freaky. I ain't never took the shit, but I just know, okay, because I know somebody who did. But yeah. So ecstasy and other drugs like that make you extra freaky, and you do things that you may not normally do, especially at these Hollywood parties where everybody's making out and they going into these personal rooms. Maybe this person saw you making out. If they're saying that they saw you, that, like I said, just hopefully they don't have pictures or videos, because y'all know everybody video and taking pictures of everything now. Just hopefully they don't have a video or something if you're lawyering up, okay? That's going to be a slap in the face to get to court and be like, well, Giannis right here where he was kissing old dude, all right? But like I said, for years, there have been rumors of Johnny Gill being that way. And like I said, if that's how you want to live his life, I don't judge no one. God is the only judge in terms of how a person chooses to live their life. I don't mind it. Do what you do. Like I said, I have friends. My best friend of 26 years is gay. And that is my home boy. That's my dog. My husband is cool with him. We are all cool. We've all been on vacation. It's nothing. That's my dog. Other content creators, I'm cool with as well, that choose to live their life that way. I don't have a problem with it. Live the way you want to live. I'm not God. I judge no one. I'm always advocating for people who are treated wrong, especially if they are gay. All right. Yeah. I'm always advocating. So, but in this situation here, like I said, Johnny Gill, he's always, made his music for women. Just kind of like how Luther Vandross. I think everybody already knew that Luther was that way. Have we ever seen Luther Vandross with a woman out on a date on the red carpet with a woman? Unless he was just taking a picture with her. But in terms of him being in a relationship with a woman, a straight woman or whatever, we've never seen that. So I think everybody knew in the back of their mind that he was that way, even though his music was made for women. His biggest audience, his biggest fan base were women. So that's who he was singing to, just like Johnny Gill. So if he's that way, he's that way. Maybe he's just not ready to come out and say that, because it could be career suicide for him to do so, to come out and say, hey, I'm that way, because not everybody is so accepting when it comes to that. He could lose a huge fan base of people not wanting to purchase it or support his music, because for all these years he's been singing to women, and women love him because of his voice and the songs that he put out, like Put On Your Red Dress, okay? And Rub You the Right Way and all that. So, hey, I'm a fan. Shit, I'm a fan of Johnny Gill. Put out some music right now and I'll listen to it. But hey, rumors have been there. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be coming over here talking about you want to sue me. I'm just saying what the rumors are. So maybe you need to get your ear to the street so that you'll know what everybody got to say. But let's get into this jam session because my moms have been telling me now for the past 2 posts. Now, Cameron, we need a jam session. All right. Y'all know y'all been hearing rumors about him. So let's get into it. Let's get a good beat here for you guys. What I'm gonna play for y'all. Because I got some new beats on here, child, but I want to make sure. No. I need something that's gonna make y'all. I be forgetting some of the beats that I loaded up. What it sound like? Because I uploaded so many. All right, hold on. Let's get a jam session. All right, hold on. Hey, let's go. Tap the like. Hey. Tap the like. Hey. Tap the like. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Tap the like. Hey. Hit the like. Tap the like. How my likes looking, Mars? How my likes looking? How the likes looking? Hey, this the one. Hey. This the one. Tap the like, let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Let's go. 212. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Y'all won't. Alright. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on from Johnny. Girl. All right, Michelle Obama, you guys, is into some beef with Stephen Smith. Why is that? Y'all know Stephen Smith, child. He stay in it with somebody. He was just in it with LeBron. All right, LeBron almost beat his ass. Now he is over here fussing with Michelle. Okay, this nigga got heat for everybody. Okay, he don't discriminate. He fight with women and men. So let's get into it. Now, Michelle did bring him up first, and I love me some Michelle, but she called his ass out, and we're going to get into what she had to say. But Stephen A. Smith, honey, he clapped back. All right, so Stephen A. Smith claps back at Michelle Obama after housewives comparison. And what she said, I don't even feel like it was something for him to like clap back the way that he did. I feel like he was doing team too much. But I said that Stephen A. Smith claps back at Michelle Obama after housewife comparison. Stephen A. Smith is hitting back at Michelle Obama after the former First Lady compared his style of sports commentary to reality TV. Now, during an episode of the Michelle Obama podcast, Obama said that it's the same drama and they're yelling at each other. Said that Stephen A. Smith, he's just like every other talk show host, drawing a parallel between the high energy debates on ESPN and the drama of shows like The Real Housewives of Atlanta. What was wrong with that? What was wrong with that? Child, let her tell you. The girls are fighting. Thank you.
ESPN for an hour, it's like watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's the same drama and they're yelling at each other and they don't get along. Stephen A. Smith, he's just like every other
he'd be a great host. Real Housewife.
He would be.
right.
It
would be amazing.
So that's why I'm like, what's the difference? It's just, it's just sociological drama.
You said a vote for Trump was a vote against you and a vote against y'all as women. I want to state for the record, I took major offense to that. Black men don't just love our black women. We revere y'all. But I respectfully disagreed and still remain pretty salty about what you said about us. And I feel even more adamant about what your husband, Barack Obama, said when he talked to those men in Pittsburgh and implied that to not vote for Kamala is because we're engaging in some sort of misogyny.
ESPN for an hour, it's like watching.
Now, he does have any right to reply or rebuttal if his name is spoken of or if someone speaks on him. I don't know. I feel like Stephen A. Smith kind of goes a little bit too hard. Maybe he's just very passionate about what he does in terms of sports commentary. But he does come off as like arguing and being very combative in his commentary when he's talking on ESPN. Like, he does a lot. He really does. And the fact that he was and Michelle Obama and your husband, like, I don't feel like what she said was that. I feel like what she was saying was is that he does come off a little hard when he's very argumentative. Let's say that when he's doing his commentary or speaking to someone on the show or just responding to a certain topic, he does come off as very combative. He really does. And she said that. So for him to be upset and then to bring in Obama and about something about voting, that didn't have shit to do with this. So it's kind of like Barack Obama called a stray in this situation when really you should have been addressing it to Michelle. And it really wasn't nothing to address. But like I said, she did mention his name first. So he was responding, at which he does have every right to do. But don't always come off as argumentative. All right. Argumentative. He did the same thing with LeBron. It was back and forth. It was so draining. Like, it's so draining. Like, sir, maybe he needs a vacation. I don't know. Maybe he needs a vacation to get out more because you do be screaming at the TV a lot. You really do. In terms of what we've seen. So, sir, bring you on 10. You up here? We need you down here. You on 10? We need you on 2. All right. Bring it down a little bit. And don't be arguing with my Michelle because I love Michelle. She is still my first lady. All right. She is still my first lady because Barack is still my president. Okay. You can't be arguing with Michelle. We don't play that shit. Let's continue on. Diddy, honey, let's get into some Diddy news. I'm sick of his ass too, steady trying to get out of jail when his ass need to be under the damn jail. All right. No means no. That's what, no means no when it comes to FOs too. But the judge says no. No. Sit your ass down. You're not getting out, Diddy. I don't give a fuck how many times you file something. Your ass ain't getting out. Okay. You are dangerous to society. You are a danger. Now he out here guilt tripping his FO recipients into writing these long ass posts for him. We about to get into that. All right. The Gina child. Then I told y'all the other day, wrote a long post on his behalf to get out after he done fully beat her up and made her have a whole miscarriage. And the bitch done run out here and wrote a whole letter to the judge talking about let him out because he ain't dangerous. Girl, you said he was dangerous. I'm gonna play it here in a second. You told Tasha K that the motherfucker was dangerous. Put pause on you. And that Cassie told you to stay the hell away from him and you didn't. And as a result, the same shit he did to Cassie, he did to you, but you writing a letter. Now, she went missing when it was time for the trial and for her ass to get up there and respond on the stand. Now, she's supposed to have been the third witness or whatever, but her ass wasn't there. Her ass wasn't there. Now we see why, because I read up that Diddy is still paying her bills. So she don't want her lights, gas, and all that shit to be turned off by cooperating with the feds and Homeland Security over Diddy. Because y'all know how Diddy is. When you don't do what he wants you to do, baby, he gonna pull the plug on your ass. Okay? So let's get into it. It says that no means no. A judge denies Diddy's request for release on bail. Now it says it failed to testify his burden to demonstrate entitlement to release. Let's get into it. It says that Diddy's motion for bail has, of course, like I said, been denied. Combs failed to satisfy his burdens to demonstrate entitlement to release. Judge Arun Subramanian wrote in a letter on Monday, said that the order comes a week after Combs' lawyer filed a motion advocating for his release from jail on his ahead of his October 3rd sentencing date. So October the 3rd, which is quickly approaching, we're in August, so he still got September and then October 3rd, which is right around the corner, to see what his sentencing will be. I think the judge is making him sit because he will be serving some time. I really think he's going to get time. I don't think he's going to get time served. I think he's going to get some time. I think the judge sees what Diddy is doing, his manipulative tactics, where he's using people in order to keep filing motions and keep writing these letters after the victims have already written the judge, say, hey, we're afraid. This nigga is dangerous. He's crazy. He's done all of these things. And we're afraid if he gets out, we don't know what the fuck we're going to do, because he has a long reach when it comes to getting things done and or doing things to people in retaliation. So the judge, I think, sees this, and I think that he's probably going to have to sit down for a while. Now, for each of the charges that he has, from what I was reading, I think it says that the judge can give him the maximum sentence of, I think, 5 to 10. So he has 2 of those charges, and if they give him the maximum, he gonna be sitting for a while. He could be sitting for the next 10 years if that's what they choose to give him. So we don't really care that you go into DV programs and all of that, because when you needed to go, you didn't go. And the only reason that you're going now is because you want to look good in front of the judge. We all know Diddy is violent. We've seen it on video. We don't care how many videos you do to say that you in a dark space and you're very sorry. That sorry video that he did, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. I feel like he had opportunity to get away with it because you tried to go and pay for said video to go away. That's how I know you're not sorry. And if you could have paid for CNN not to play that said video of your ass out here hitting, punching, kicking, and everything else you were doing to Cassie, I feel like you could have done that. If you could have paid CNN not to play that shit. But he was very much so surprised when that hit the internet, because he really thought he was in control. But at the end of the day, your ass been put on Front Street. Everybody knows the sucker that you are and the abuser that you are. And it's sad because you're raising daughters who somebody going to do the same thing to your daughters one day, and you're not going to feel away. You're not going to feel happy about how your daughters are going through the shit that you put somebody else's daughters through. Like, for real. Cassie didn't deserve that shit. Okay? And she tried to get away. And a lot of people keep saying, why she didn't get away? Well, she tried to get away, but he sent his people after her, and he had her in a fucked up contract of 10 years, which I told y'all is unheard of for a record contract. 10 years? And she didn't put out but 1 or 2 songs? So every time she tried to leave you, oh, you owe me. You owe me. You're in a contract. The contract right here says that you got to do this. You know, it's the manipulative tactics. So now he's doing it to this next person. Let's go ahead and pull her up, because this is some bull-ish. This is some bull-ish, okay? Let's put her up here. Now, she was talking about how she was so scared of him, but then you turn around and write a letter to the judge. And I feel like Diddy manipulated her into doing so because she wants to, and she probably got offered some money to do so. So Diddy's girlfriend, Gina, wrote a letter to the judge asking to free him. Why? After you also abused. You got probably worse than well, probably not worse than Cassie, but probably very similar to Cassie. But she wants to keep up a certain lifestyle and drive a certain type of car. When TMZ did catch up to her after she was coming out, it looked like Target on a video that I saw. She was driving a very nice car, okay, with the blackout rims. It looked like a brand new BMW. So Diddy got her out here riding in style and living in a nice home, okay, her bills being paid. So she don't want to F that up by, not complying with whatever he says, even though he's been very abusive towards her as well. Let's continue. So she says she's going to stick by him, and I feel like it's not because she wants to. I feel like she's doing it because she feels she needs to so that she can survive. So let's get into it. She writes to the judge, another long post. Y'all bear with me. Dear Your Honor, my name is Virginia Heinen. That's how you say her name. And I am writing as the person identified as victim 3 in this case. Now, you're writing the judge, but you couldn't go sit in front of the judge to testify, because Diddy didn't have anyone to testify on his behalf. So if you're that much so, interested in trying to stick up for him, why you didn't come to court and testify on his behalf? But you writing this long ass novel. Says that I have known Sean Combs for many years, and both personal and professional capacity. From the experience, I have seen him primarily as a father, as a family man, and as a businessman, roles that he has always striven to uphold. You mean driven? Striven to. I ain't never heard nobody say that. Striven. That's new. Said I provide this letter to share my observations about his character and respectfully request that the courts permit his release on bond while the case proceeds. No, ma'am. It says that I acknowledge and respect that Mr. Combs stands accused and that the court must weigh publicly or public safety and the integrity of the legal process. Somebody wrote this for her. She don't look like she can write this. She must have had an attorney write this for her. Says that at the same time, I believe that it is important for the courts to have a full picture of who he is beyond the allegations. Girl, you know who he is. Says that our relationship, like many, was not always perfect. Said we experienced ups and downs and mistakes were made, but he was willing to acknowledge his mistakes and make better decisions in the future. Says over the years that followed, he made visible efforts to become a better person and to address the harm that he had caused. Says that by the time our relationship ended, he embodied an energy of love, patience, and gentleness that was markedly different from his past behavior. Says to my knowledge, he has not been violent for many years, and he has been committed to being a father first. It says, I'm writing because I do not view Mr. Combs as a danger to me or to the community. Said that this is his first criminal case. No, it's not. Was he not in a case with Shine, where I feel like he paid his way out of that? Shine says to this day that he owes him millions of dollars that he promised to pay him for taking the rap for him. So this is not his first case. He's been in several cases which he's paid his way out of, allegedly. All right, let's continue. Says that throughout the investigation and proceedings that he has been cooperative, respectful, and compliant. Says that he has substantial ties to his family and community, including children who depend on him for emotional and financial support. Granting him bond would allow him to continue caring for his family and fulfilling his responsibilities while still subject to the court's supervision. Nope. It says that I want to assure the court that if released, that I believe that Mr. Combs will adhere to all conditions imposed and will not jeopardize his freedom or the well-being of his family. Allowing him to be at home will also support the healing process for all involved. How? I would think that being in jail would also help people heal. Being out of jail after several people have experienced the wrath of Diddy would make them nervous and not be able to heal and give them more stress, not knowing if he's going to retaliate at any time. So yeah, being in jail does make a lot of people feel safe, knowing he ain't gonna be able to get out and do nothing to nobody. All right, blowing up cars and shit like they said in the case with Kid Cudi. It says that I respectfully ask that you consider these factors when deciding his eligibility for release. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully, Virginia Heinen. Okay, so yeah, that's what she had to say in her letter to the judge, at which the judge still came back and said, pow, denied. All right. Shout out to the judge on that for seeing through the bullshit. Okay. Shout out to the judge for seeing the bullshit. Was there something on here? Let's see. Yeah, no, we don't want to see you dancing, girl. Sit down. Sit down. I don't want to see you dancing. I don't want to see you twirling, none of that. So let's get into what she told Tasha K. Because you just wrote a letter to the judge about him being rehabilitated. As all the people who've been in jail like to say, I'm rehabilitated. Knowing you ain't rehabilitated. You full of shit. But let's get into what she had to say to Tasha K. Now, Diddy's ex-girlfriend claims that Cassie warned her to stay away from Diddy. Now, if he's this person that you say he is in this letter, why would Cassie have to warn you to stay away from him after she's experienced all the shit that she's experienced? All right, let's get on into what she had to say. This is Tasha K, and this is what she had to say to Tasha K. All right, let's go.
You actually met him when he was with Cassie.
Yeah.
So could you explain to me how this came to be and what made you stay even though he was with Cassie? What was he telling you?
When I first met Puff, I did not find him I didn't like him like that.
Okay.
Eventually, he grew on me.
And you knew about Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did Cassie know about you? Is the question.
She did. She knew about me 4 months into the relationship.
Okay. And how did you find out about that, Cassie knowing about you?
Because she reached out to me.
Oh, she did?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Basically, she just said to just leave him alone.
Okay.
But she reached out to me like a few times after that, and she was never like nasty to me. She didn't call me names or nothing. She was always nice. I don't know if it was fake or not, but she was always nice.
Okay. What was your response?
She told me, like, the last time I spoke to her, which was like a couple years ago, she told me, she was like, she called me at like 4 a.m. and was like, hey, I just had a dream and I just wanted to call you and tell you that I don't hate you. I don't have bad blood towards you or anything like that.
You actually met him.
All right.
When
so Cassie's warning her, because Cassie all this time for over 10 years now was being physically assaulted by Diddy. Y'all remember Don Richard from Dirty Money, the group Dirty Money, and Danny DeCane testified that she witnessed Cassie being abused when she went to Cassie's and Diddy's home. Well, Diddy's home where Cassie was there, and Diddy asked her to make him breakfast, and she was making some eggs or whatever, and she wasn't cooking fast enough. So Diddy came down and proceeded to smack her around and pulled her up the stairs by her hair while she was kicking and screaming. All of this was seen by Don Richard and the other girl, Kalina, from the group Dirty Money. They were there. They witnessed it. Don Richard testified under oath saying that as well. Cassie also testified to that as well. So these are things that were seen, and Cassie was warning her, like, look. So in this particular video, it says that Virginia, which is the girl that we just read the letter from, said that she was abusive. She's telling Tasha K she was abusive, or abused rather, in a relationship with Diddy for 5 years. So now you're writing a letter for someone who was abusive to you for 5 years to get out for what? Because if you piss him off, what's to say he ain't gonna do what he did to you again? This same girl was pregnant by Diddy, carrying his child. And she said that he came to her house one day. They got into an argument. He grabbed her, became physical with her, stomped on her stomach while she was pregnant, made her miscarriage their child. She said that he was standing on her stomach so much so that she told him she could not breathe. The same girl. She said he was punching in the head. He was very physical towards her. So for you to write a letter, and I feel like Diddy probably coerced her or probably put some type of fear in her to make her do so, to be sitting here capping for him to get out of jail is crazy work. You should be happy that he is locked up so that he can't do the things to you that he's doing. But if he's paying your bills in addition to, so he pretty much is still manipulating you and saying, hey, if you don't do this, I'm not going to do this. Or if you don't, write this letter, then next month your car going to be repossessed or something like that. It gives that there's some type of Stockholm syndrome and manipulation being done here. And she's under some type of crazy spell to where she's going to do whatever he asks her to do out of fear and manipulation. So don't sit up and do interviews talking about how nasty of a person and abusive he is, and then turn around and write a letter and applauding him for being a great father, businessman, and great person when you've experienced 5 years of his abuse. Like, that don't make no sense. That's very contrary. Very contrary. Let's continue on. All right. Tokyo Toni, honey. Tokyo Toni, which is I don't even want to laugh at this. Black China's mama, honey. Y'all know she is so controversial. She stay in some mess. All right. We done saw her jumping on somebody with her roommate or somebody, child. But anyway, Tokyo Toni breaks down after claiming that her page, somebody was impersonating her page on Instagram, and that they've stolen millions of dollars from her. I'm not sure what kind of millions of dollars they was getting from your Instagram, but let's get into it, honey, because she is crashing out, saying that somebody was impersonating her and stole all this money from her. Now, y'all know a few months back, somebody broke into her home. She was saying that somebody that she met on social media, and she let them stay in her home because they didn't have somewhere to stay. But she said that when she came home, a door was broken. Some things from her home was stolen. Y'all remember we covered that here. And now she's on social media screaming, hollering, and crying because she's saying that someone is impersonating her and stole millions of dollars from her. So let's get into it, child. My God. Hello. Is it gonna play? Neighborhood talk. Hello. Hello. Hold on. All right, there you go. Let's see.
Watch me all day, every day for years. A real stalker. Page Miss Tokyo Toni on Instagram. It's not me. This page has stolen millions of dollars from me. People have been trying to get me to do so much shit to help save my community. watch me work so hard. They show trivial things. They go to blogs and send them things. They make posts knowing the blog is gonna come grab.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? This person is me.
Ciao.
Since 2019. People have been telling me that's coming up to me that they've been trying to contact me. And this person watches me hustle hard and hustle.
Oh my God.
And stolen millions of dollars, knowing goddamn well I would have put that shit into these communities. I'm gonna contact my lawyer today, and believe me,
Shouldn't you have contacted your lawyer before this live? I have a problem with people clicking on live, and then sitting there just screaming and hollering and crying in a video when you really can go and get real help. Like, what is that doing to put other people into your business to where people are sitting back and watching you on live, screaming, hollering, and crying when you literally can be on the phone with your attorney if someone stole millions of dollars from you to get your money back and or to stop said person that's doing it? Because wouldn't you think if someone is impersonating you and taking money from you on social media, wouldn't they be doing it while you're on live crying? Wouldn't they be still doing it? I mean, the goal is to stop them from doing said crime, right? So you should be on the phone with your attorneys and probably with the police to file a lawsuit against the person impersonating you and stealing millions, because that would be a federal offense at that amount of money that you said, millions. Okay, yeah, that's what I would think. But it's always weird to me how I see people on social media and they create these live videos and they just sitting there screaming and hollering or crying or looking into the camera and just crying. Like, what is that? Is that not unstable? I don't know. It feels like it's unstable.
that page is gone.
Weird.
This Toni fake page, you are not me. You cut and you post things that shouldn't be. You're the reason why people think I was crazy. Watching me struggle, spend all my money, and they been taking it.
Well, there you go.
You watch me.
Well, there you go. So she's crashing out, according to the neighborhood talk. All right. So it says that what is it? Tokyo Toni, honey, is in her feelings and claiming that a page on Instagram is using her content and stealing millions of dollars from her. So she's crashing out. I don't know who this person is. She didn't give a name of who this person may have been that's doing this to her, that created a page in her name and is impersonating her. And she's saying making millions of dollars from this page. Maybe report that page and let them know that they're impersonating you so that Instagram can take said page down and they won't be able to utilize that and continue to make money off you. But it's weird, again, like I said, to get on social media, click live. There should be someone else that you can talk to. There's several things that you should be doing if your identity is being stolen and used for financial gain. I would think. So you'll never see me do a video sitting on here crying about some bullshit. Like, I ain't doing that. I'm going to be talking to the necessary person I need to talk to in order to fix that situation. But everybody handle their stuff differently. Maybe people feel like, pressing a button and getting on live and crying and telling all their business like that. Maybe they feel that is therapeutic to them. Me, I see it as a little unhinged a bit. I don't know. But maybe she doesn't have somebody that she can talk to. I don't know her relationship between she and Black China. That is her daughter. Maybe Black China kind of cut her off a little bit because she has been kind of crashing out and doing some crazy shit the past couple months or so. But I don't know. I don't know what the situation is or where it's going to land her. But I really hope that she figures this out and get off social media. Like, you don't have to bring everything to social media. That goes for everybody. It's okay not to bring everything to social media. Some things that is not for people to know about. Okay. Some personal things not for people to know about. And it's okay to keep some things for yourself and to bring some things that you feel deemable or comfortable to talk about to social media. You don't have to put everything on here. I don't do that. I really don't do that. So let's continue on. Prayers to her, child, whatever the case may be. I didn't mean to laugh earlier, but it was more so of a trigger. I don't know. Maybe a nervous laugh. I don't know. But I think that's my last topic. Let me comb the internet streets right quick and let's see what was dropped while I was talking. Of course, I'll be tapping in to do live a little bit later on. Y'all know how I usually do. I try to keep you guys updated on what's going on because there's a lot going on. Oh, child, Trump is now coming for Gayle King. Trump is trumping out here. Now, first you want Beyonce and Oprah and Al Sharpton locked up. Now he's coming. Let's go ahead and cover this because this motherfucker is crazy. Like, damn. And it's all black people. I don't see no white people that he's coming for. Let's go ahead and share this right quick. And then we're going to get on out of here. And I'm gonna share anything else that I have going on for the rest of my topics for Midday Pop-In, okay? Oh my God. So Trump tells Gayle King your career is over after he says that she lacked the courage to stick by him. So because she don't support you, you're going to destroy her career. Now, it's not enough. You just came for Oprah, which is her very best friend. So of course she's going to speak up for Oprah if you coming for her because they've been friends for a very long time. So if she chooses not to support you, like I feel like Trump is I feel like he's a bully. He likes to use his power to flex and to maybe keep people down if they don't support the bullshit that he's involved in. Now, y'all remember he said the only reason that he is not going to pardon Diddy, in which I'm happy that he is not pardoning Diddy, but he says, oh, you said some very negative things about me. So yeah, I'm not going to pardon you because you said something about me. So it's given that you're flexing and using your power and authority to make decisions that maybe you should not be doing. Okay. So now he's coming after Gayle. Let's see why. Okay. It says it looks like Donald Trump just took shots at Gayle King and basically told her to pack it up. All right. So meaning she might not be on our TV no more if Trump got something to do with it. It says in a late night Truth Social rant said that Trump claimed that the CBS morning co-host career is done, saying that she lacked the courage to stick by him and calling her talentless. Here you go again. Here he go again. Now you did it to Charlamagne. Now you're doing it again to Gayle. We all know that Gayle is a very, very good co-host. All right. Says it with no ratings and no strength. Y'all hear this? Says that what caused this tantrum, said that his post was sparked by a New York Post article hinting at Gayle's shaky future at CBS. So now he's going to find a reason to fire Gayle. Now said that Trump doubled down, calling the show too woke and blamed poor numbers. Says that as you all know, Gayle's not the only one in his crosshairs. Said that he's already bragged about Stephen Colbert's show getting canceled. All right, blaming Colbert's lack of talent. Here you go. So everybody ain't got no talent except him. Ain't nobody got no talent except him. And production costs. Says that now he's targeting Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. Child, all the Jimmys out here. So he's targeting Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, saying that they're next on the chopping blocks. Y'all hear that? So he is becoming a presidential bully is what it sounds like. So anybody that don't speak highly of him and praise him, now he's coming for their jobs and trying to get them kicked off television. I don't like that. That's bullying. That is bullying. I would sue the fuck out of him too. All right. Y'all see that? So this is what he writes. Donald J. Trump, that's him. It's verified. You guys can see the check mark. It says that Gayle King's career is over. She should have stayed with her belief in Trump. Said that she never had the courage to do so. No talent, no ratings, no strength. All right. According to the New York Post, said exclusive Gayle King's future at CBS is murky as ratings for woke morning show tanks and Skydance vow to scrap Left Wing. All right. So now he's looking for a reason to get rid of her. And that is what he had to say. All right. Said she should have stayed with her belief in Trump. So since she changed her belief, which she is very much so clear to do, since she changed her belief in Trump, then now all of a sudden she doesn't have a job and she better watch out. So that I can see that as a threat. And if Gayle was smart about it, she got the money to do it. And if not, honey, go on and tap into Oprah's pockets. Y'all friends. Tell Oprah to loan you a few million so you can sue his ass if he decides to unlawfully have you fired, okay, for wrongful termination. Because yeah, wrongful termination. All right, so that is a whole crime out here. I would sue the fuck out of him if he did it to me. But yeah, so that's what had happened. What y'all think about that? A damn presidential bully. All right, but that's it for our show, you guys. That is it for the show. Please don't forget to keep hitting that like button. Thanks for the 240 likes. We got 299 watching in the chat. I appreciate you all for doing your due diligence. We got 307 watching. And the likes are looking pretty good. Keep smashing that like button. Keep pressing that like button to push this video into the algorithm and to support the video as well. I am Caramel Rail. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Until the next one, thank you to all of my mods. Thank you, Rose Armstead. Thank you, True TV Podcast, KVR. Thank you, Sweet Essence. Thank you, Tyra. Okay, you guys do such an awesome job of keeping the trolling down. Thank you to all the content creators that stopped by this morning to support the video as well. Simple Mom Family TV, I'm just naming off the top of my head. Thank you, Purple Unicorn. Thank you, Schoolboy, if you stopped by. Maz, can you give me some other names of those that may have stopped by to support? Is that all? I think that's all I saw. Purple Unicorn. Sunny Days. Thank you so much, Sunny Days, as well. Do we have anybody else? Please let me know before we get out of here so we can go ahead and go. Yeah, my mods are the best, ain't they? My mods, let me put that up there. Thank you so much, Kim. She said my mods are the best. They be on it. When I tell you, Chef Don Don was in the house. Thank you so much, Chef Don Don. That's the homie. Y'all know I love him down. Y'all go and support all of these content creators that we mentioned in the chat, okay? You guys go over and support them and hit the like button, all right? Because it takes a lot to be a content creator out here, honey. Okay. Thank y'all so much. We're going to leave that up, honey, because I do have some very good mods. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Chef, for stopping by and everybody. Okay, let's get on out of here, honey. Let's get on out of here until the next video. Let's go ahead and go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change.